Hey ladies and gentle spoons, it's your old pal JP here. It's time once again for the most beloved series of tabletop videos, Table Scraps. Welcome! Do you remember when you first played role-playing games? The freedom, the wonder of being able to fully engage your imagination? Remember the 10 minutes after that where your big question was, but how can I have the most awkward experience ever sitting around a table with other people? Sure, you looked at some of those famous games with organ circumferences and orifice depth potentials, but who has time and brain power for all that math? So you decided instead, hey, I know this D&D game already. I bet we could use it to satisfy these really weird desires to play things out that should be kept locked safely away from public view. I mean, that's what I did, and I'm sure you did too, right? Anyone? Don't judge me. So you, like me, were overjoyed when the book of Erotic Fantasy was released. And even better, it was compliant with the Open Gaming License version 1.0a and compatible with the world's best-selling fantasy role-playing game. I played D&D with it, but I'm not sure whether that best-selling game is the same one. They're probably all good, you know. So, anyway, looking at the cover here, there's a horny ginger. See what I did there? See the horns? That's really the joke. Wearing a burnished copper corset that even Lady Gaga and Madonna would agree is the most impractical outfit ever. I would say probably uncomfortable as well. I think this is supposed to be a devil, angel, gargoyle, Kardashian. I'm not sure. Why they went for a nightmare creature instead of a scantily clad, buxom adventuring lady for the cover of their Naughty Bits sex book, I have no idea. I guess it makes sense somewhere. Maybe they know their demographic better than I do. I would like to think they do, anyway. I hope I don't know it as well as I might. We open up this tome of forbidden lore to the table of contents, and we see a good question addressed on page 5. Why include sex in your game? Spoilers, there is no good answer, but that doesn't stop them from writing 130 more pages on it. Next is handling sex in a mature way. The obvious answer is don't sit around role-playing it with your friends. If someone seriously expects their group of friends, or even worse, gamer-only associates or acquaintances, to endure sex being injected into the game without school-age humor, that person probably bought the book. Also dumb. Rating sex in your game on page 7. Well, sure. Okay. Consent and sexual orientation, page 8. I guess it had to be addressed. No, really it didn't, just like everything else in this book. Love and sex between player characters, nope. Nope, so much nope. This page is for someone desperately trying to kill their gaming group as quickly as possible and as permanently as possible. If that's what you're going for, check this page out. Kinks and fetishes, prostitution, sacred pornography, marriage, infidelity, chastity, taboos, and pregnancy and childbirth. Good, good, good. I'm glad they covered all these. I'll make sure to spend dozens of seconds flipping past those pages to land somewhere vaguely bearable. Oh, good. 2 things that belong most at the forefront in role-playing games. Sex and alignments. Next. Sex and species. Okay. Half-elves, gnomes, orcs. Okay. This is going places I was kind of afraid it was going to. Centaurs. Giants. Ouch. Animals. Oozes. Plants. Undead. Dragons. You know what? I think we can call these 15 pages of racial sex lore quite acceptable, and we'll just say that we covered them. Clearly there's no reason to delve into those pages. I'm sure they're fine. Moving on. Rules for sex? Sure. Appearance score. I remember when it was called comeliness in D&D 2nd edition. Maybe good not to call it that in this one. Probably a good call. Appearance and species. Appearance and sexual organs. Oh, look, what's that? Oh, no, I seem to have moved past that in the size and sex and sustaining sex chapters altogether. What a shame. Well, no sense in crying over spilled milk. Let's go on to the next. Well, there's something that could conceivably come in useful in the odd game where the group's in town and someone wants to go off with the strange slattern. Sexually transmitted diseases. What's this? More on pregnancy and childbirth, birth control, conception, contraception, crossbreeding, feats? Nope. You already had previous pages to cover that. You're done. Okay, on to base and prestige classes. These ought to be good. Tantrist, divine celibate, dominator, harem protector, knot binder. You know what? I've just realized I've got so much other work that I need to get to. I'll just have to jump ahead past this part too. Okay, magic spells. There we go. This can't... Oh, God. Denial domain, perversion domain, pleasure domain, voyeur domain. New spells for every conceivable spellcasting class. Hooray! Oh, good. Page 123 starts the section that any self-respecting RPG sex book really shines. Equipment. Sexual goods. Aphrodisiacs. Birth control devices. Sexual services. Magic items. Armor and shield abilities. Other magic items. Potions. Rings. Rods. Staves. Wands. Nope. Okay. Sexual deities. Yep. Important, no doubt. Moving on. Giantborn. Pleasure golems. I think we get the idea here, right? Adventure ideas. Oh yes, finally. A source book that not only just treats the subject itself directly, but goes that extra 6 inches to help provide adventure ideas, organization, services, and plot elements, all related to bumping and grinding, because that is what was always missing in role-playing games. Thank you, Book of Erotic Fantasy. Oh, good. The list of numbered tables in this book. Yep, pretty much everything I've mentioned before, but in random table format. Gary Gygax, or Gio, depending on how you think it's pronounced, would be so proud. So you can get that random STD from the random ogre tantrist using his sacred prostitute, heavy armor birth control. Check, please. Well, hell, I'm already in this far, right? Okay, so let's go. Heavens, the Murgatroyd, what's that? Put those things back in their holsters before somebody gets hurt, lady. Right, next. Good to see Dawn Henley still finding work. Love heart of the matter, Dawn. Cool. Okay, that's a pretty cool picture. 2 points to Gryffindor. The average appearance table for all the monsters ever. So the gibbering mouther has an average appearance of 1 out of 25, with the most playable demi-human races, including humans, being 10 to 15. Gibbering mouther. Do I really need an appearance value for it? Or giant fire beetles? Or owls? Really? Really? Okay, DC check table for sustaining sex, ranging from DC 10 for 20 minutes to DC 30 for 3 hours. I'll just leave this over here. Hey, the top of this page has the words dildos and massage gloves, so I think we have a winner. Dominator's garb, birth shield, an alchemical item, of course. Varashnat's teats. Stay classy, Book of Erotic Fantasy. The STD table. Azure balls. Man, that's so clever. Black withering. Not a pleasant mental image. Crotch plague. Bit too on the nose, don't you think? Whore's delight. There's the effects of the various trimesters during pregnancy and pregnancy check. Movement reduction. Okay, full disclosure here, I'm not going to mock this particular selection much because I myself, with urging from a player of mine, created pregnancy PDF for Savage Worlds. I don't want to talk about it. The crossbreeding table, so you know what races can breed with what races. I guess you might have a need for this, possibly, as a GM. So I'll let this one slide on its own disgusting moist trail of slime. There's a picture of a woman that was horribly disfigured in a freak apothecary accident, it looks like, amidst what looks like a list of erotic feats. Nothing out of place here. And now the classes and spell lists and feats on the odd picture here or there that I'll obviously have to put what I think are clever images over, but which I'm sure will be seen as lame. That's okay. Charm Monster Mass. Okay. Touch Me Not. Orgasmic Vibrations Mass. Yes, I'm sure if you could cast Firestorm, you'd instead want to just have all the nearby monsters get pleasure spikes instead. That should save everybody's life. Good plan. Well, this lady is, oh boy. I'm not sure what's wrong. It looks like someone stole her bodice and she's got crotch plague or something, or... Oh, this is apparently a new application of the command spell. Oh, that's dirty. Dirty girl. Oh yeah. Here is the worst Photoshop I've seen in any RPG PDF, and I saw the placeholder images for Fatal. Truly awful. The reverse gender spell. Well, this will come in handy, said no one ever. Suggestion: to entice someone to have sex with you. Add +2 to the target's will save if they would not likely be interested in you, such as the same gender, cleric sworn to chastity, or your Andy Dick. Okay, well, here's the item list in all its glory. I'll just flop it up here so you can look at it. Maybe move it around a little bit. That's what she said. No, that doesn't work. That's also what she... No. Well, let's move on. Hey, no. Never mind. At the bottom of this page, you can see a fine color photo selection of various intricately carved clubs and cudgels. The glass ones seem impractical, but what do I know? Spell list for your viewing pleasure. Depilatory. For characters just too hairy for regular straight razors. Block the seed. Okay. Ale goggles. Again, so clever. Disrobe. Literally makes someone disrobe. Pretty sure there's already a mundane way to do that. The creativity in this book is outstanding. Blandness. The spell Blandness. I really don't know what to think of a spell by that name. Cursed Orgasm. I think those are called kids. Hey-o! The old false breasts and false penis equipment descriptions. Yeah, having these listed and described and stated will definitely ensure this session will be mature and won't devolve into soul-killing chaos by the PCs. This is what this book is all about, I think. The true heart. This page has the term finely crafted cock ring because, well, no other RPG book has that exact term, but now it exists somewhere in a book. Finely crafted cock ring. And now, somewhere the universe smiles in approval, and I hate it. Oh good. A picture of a man-woman representation of Alarun, the hermaphroditic deity of passion, lust, temptation, and the sexual power. Is she from Kazakhstan? Make sexy time very nice? Nice job on the photoshopping. Way to really bring that dong to the forefront. Excellent. The Felid. This looks like a picture taken directly from someone's DeviantArt gallery. But overall, it's not bad. Cat person is an okay idea, I guess. Pleasure Golem. Don't know if want. Not sure how to feel about this image. Well done with the body segmenting and coloring. Very off-putting. For everyone who read Frankenstein and said, that's cool, but really, it would be even better if he were a woman and I could tap that. this lets you live that fantasy. Let's see. This looks like about 100 adventure ideas, and regardless of how mundane or predictable or goofy some are, I have to give credit. I was going to say I have to hand it to, but thought better of it, to the Book of Erotic Fantasy for actually trying to provide some actual, real creative content for GMs who go off their meds and decide to actually use this book in their gaming. If you actually need 100 sex-related adventure ideas for your games, and you don't, then the Book of Erotic Fantasy does help you with that. It's a D100 roll. I won't be anywhere near that game, but somebody, I guess, perhaps will. Good luck to them. Giant list of monsters and their appearance values. Here's what I was talking about earlier. From giant bees, because sexy, to octopi, griffins, invisible stalkers. How does that work? How is an invisible stalker? Anyway, likes, monstrous centipedes. Remember, these are appearance scores. These are objective attractiveness values. Owl bears, phantom fungus. What is even the hell? Rats, oh baby. Sharks, shriekers, sturges, Tarrasque, the single one Tarrasque or Tarrasque in the entire universe or game world. It needs an appearance rating. Tyrannosaur, because I always wanted to know the objective appearance rating of the T-Rex. It's 5, by the way. Spoiler alert. Sorry, I had to do it. That fateful part of the book that gives you the whole page of a related comic. This is a comic about sex in role-playing games. Foglio's What's New with Phil and Dixie. After reading, I'm going to say brain damage, because this is easily the worst comic panel page I've ever seen in any RPG product ever. Simply atrocious. Remember, this product is for mature audiences only. Violators will be purple nurpled.